and welcome back to Pima Voices. My name is Savannah, and I'll be your host. Today, I'm sitting down with Dana Steketee, who is a production technician at PCCTV, and today we'll be exploring the world of film, I guess I would say.
Yes, that is what I went to school for.
So how are you today, Dana?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You all don't know this, but Dana is the voice of God, usually in my ears, behind the scenes, helping us put this beautiful production together, as well as many other people. And now she's here in the hot seat.
No pressure or anything. It is weird being here as opposed to out there, for sure.
Now you guys all know who Dana is, but tell us a little bit more. Who is Dana? So you did come to Pima, you're an alum, and then you worked with the college with PCCTV. Yes. So tell us a little bit about you and that journey.
Yeah, so I have pretty much wanted to be I pretty much knew I wanted to be in film ever since I was in middle school. I started editing on, the free Windows Movie Maker back in the day. And I was like, wow, I really like this. And it was sort of my outlet for creativity. And so I carried that all with me all throughout my life. And so when I finally came to Pima, I was like, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to do. So I went through the film program. It's amazing. I love it. Lots of hands-on experience. I was part of a group that helped with athletics during COVID, where we would live stream the games. So, because athletics was still going on, but no one could watch it.
Yeah. And
so, you have all of these people who still want to watch athletics, and they were parking out in the desert for the baseball game, So we decided that we wanted to bring it to them. So I was kind of the head of that group. I was making schedules for it and everything. And so I got to know the people at athletics there. And so for PCCTV, my boss, Dan Pinard, he reached out to my professor Loomis and was like, hey, we need a part-timer, and do you have anyone? And so he recommended me because I was working with athletics. And that's how I got my start here.
The rest is history.
And the rest is history. I've been here for almost 5 years now.
Wow, yeah. 5 years already?
Yeah, so I started when I was still in school. I had 2 semesters left because I decided to hold myself back a semester so I could work on my capstone free from COVID, because I was the COVID class. Taking film classes online was awful. It's definitely a hands-on thing. So I decided to hold myself back so I could take my capstone when we could have the resources that Pima offers. So I was working and doing class, and then I graduated, and I'm still here because I love what we do and I love what Pima does. So
I know. Yeah. I was going to say, you are a little joy to the group here. And I'm like,
aw, thanks.
And it's so lovely to see. Like, I love seeing that. I see it everywhere where there's a Pima student and they somehow always find a way to come back to Pima. Like, yes. Always. I don't know how, why, what is in the universe, what is the juju, no one knows. But
it's great. Pima really is great. I never planned to go to the university. It was way too big for me, and I definitely always thrived on the one-on-one. Yeah. I was always sitting up at the front of the class and everything, and so Pima really gave me that one-on-one that I needed.
Yeah, met your needs.
Yes, exactly. So it was definitely, I felt like I was giving back, and I felt because I had such a positive experience at Pima, I wanted everyone else to understand. Share the love. So
I love that. And then, so what would you say was so I know you said you're the COVID class, but what would you say is one of your favorite things about the film department that maybe someone doesn't know about? Because I feel like the film department is kind of small. Maybe people don't know, like, oh, they can study film here at Pima, and that's a thing. So what would you say to someone who's like, oh, they may be interested, and what was like your favorite part?
Oh, goodness. Well, the instructors are all fantastic, all with real world experience, both in television and in film. They're great. The one thing that I really liked is that whenever we got an assignment, the day that we got the assignment, the whole class was spent doing an example. And my professor, he would always use like the handheld camcorder, like the lowest tier camera, to show that it's possible to make a film with anything.
Yeah.
And I really like that because then, you know, you could check out the nicer cameras and make it look nicer, but you have the foundation to know that you could do it with anything.
And also that lets students know, like, you don't need all this fancy equipment if you don't have it. There's so much tools that are available to you, whether it's your phone, whether it's like, you know, a model of camera that you can afford. Like, you can start somewhere.
Exactly. And as long as you know, like, the foundation, the techniques for it, that you could make anything. You can really just create anything that you want. And so I really, really like that.
That's cool. Like, what was your capstone project, though, if you don't mind me asking? Because you you did set some time aside to work on it.
It was crazy ambitious. So I really like Edgar Allan Poe. I really liked reading his stuff in high school and everything. So I based my capstone off of his short story, Mask of the Red Death.
I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, it was like my favorite one that I read. It has a lot of like color imagery and stuff like that. And so I love like bright colors in film. That's my favorite thing, when you have like very contrasting, like super blue or super red. So that's what I wanted to do. And I think the story, which has like each room is a different color to represent a different thing.
Okay, yeah.
So I decided to do that. And
she's like, oh gosh.
it was like 18 minutes and I had 11 principal roles, which means that there were 11 different speaking roles.
Oh.
So I kind of just wrote it and it turned out that way. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be fine. And then it was really hard to fill those roles. And I ended up having to cameo in my own film.
Oh, I love that though.
Yeah. It was the very last day and everything. And so I was like, all right, it's my role. And I broke a glass on set. Luckily, a real glass. Luckily, it was my own glass. I brought my own props. So even though we were filming at a bar, it wasn't the bar's glass. Thank God. But I was like, oh my gosh, I did this. This was all me. Oh no.
But it's your set. It's fine. You're like, I'm actually the director. So it's all good.
It was like, but it's the sort of ideas like, as a director, you're like, no, you got to do it this way. And you got to do it this way. And actually, what if we do it this way better? And then it's my time to shine. And I'm like, oh no, I just made like the biggest mistake ever.
That just shows you're one of them. You know, you're one of them. You're one of the crew.
Yeah, exactly. I was in theater when I was in high school, so I actually really like working with actors.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
theater's always fun.
It is fun. I really enjoyed it, but yeah, I'm a little shy, so I do like being behind the camera more. So again, this is scary.
But look at you doing so well.
Thank you.
What about working at PCCTV? So like, obviously this is located on West Campus. Mm-hmm. You're here helping produce the show, the Pima Voices. What is like your favorite thing to do at Lurk? Like, what does your work day look like here that year? Are you full-time now or part-time?
I'm still part-time.
So what does your part-time job look like here?
Yeah, so it's kind of split up into two different jobs. One is the editing job where I'm at my desk and I'm editing something that we've shot or something that someone else has shot to put out into the world. And then there is the production job where we're going out and we are doing like grant videos or we're doing stories, just something to tell everyone what Pima is doing, kind of like what you do. So a lot of the times when you have guests on here, it's like, oh, I know why they're here because we have this planned in our calendar and we're going to be going to this too. So yeah, it's those two different things. And so sometimes it's very slow, especially when school's not in session.
Summer,
yeah. And then at the end of school, it's really busy because everyone has their stuff. Like
and graduation.
Graduation is huge for us. We basically are the ones putting on the show. We do screen support, so everything you see on the screen is us. We live stream it, so people who have family out of town can watch it as well. So it's a big production, but I love graduation because it feels like so many moving parts coming together to have this celebration. Especially when I graduated, I was like, yes, all right, I'm good. I
saw you at graduation. I was taking photos, and it was at the Kino Stadium.
Yeah. So like I know what graduation means. And so I remember when I did my first graduation with PCCTV, and, everyone's cheering. We got the confetti and everything. And I remember just, I went to my car and I immediately called my mom.
Aww.
And I'm like, Mom, this is the best thing ever. I love doing this so much. I was just hyped on adrenaline. I was just so happy to be a part of doing graduation for everyone. So I really
love
like
that
it
so much. I'm like such an emotional human being.
Yeah.
And so when other people express so much joy, I like cry a little bit. I'm like trying to hold back tears. I'm like fidgeting right now because I'm like, I love that emotion. And that just shows like, you're meant to be where you're meant to be. Like, this was perfect for you. You had the opportunity. Like, you were here in COVID classes, but you still like, everyone found a way to help you fit where you needed to be, and everything fell into place here. And like now you're doing something that you love all the time.
Yes, yeah, for sure. So there's, I don't know if I should say this. In like multiverse theory, there's like a choice that you make that will break off, and so I had the chance to go onto a film set and go the film route and everything. And I was like, no, I want to do the athletics and the sports. And that choice led me down the path I am now. And I don't regret it at all.
I love it. I'm like so happy for you right now.
Oh, thanks.
I love that when people can come here to Pima and like find exactly what they need. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Some people transfer to another university, whatever. Some people come back at a different point in their time of life and like when it's right for them. But like at some point it will fall into place. Like if this is where the magic happens, like accept that fate.
Yes, exactly. It took me a long time to get here, High school was not for me and everything, but I remember something an upperclassman always said, it's like, let college be your moment. And I thrived here at Pima, and I'm so happy now.
Yay, love it. So before we end our session, what is something that you would say to someone who is thinking about maybe coming to Pima, maybe wants to get into film, like could be any of those topics. Like what would you say to someone who's like, I don't know about Pima?
Pima is...
Say it right there.
Oh,
so
goodness.
The audience can see and hear you.
Pima is great. It's always a good stepping stone, even if you have bigger and better dreams about going to university. It's a great stepping stone. The class sizes are not big, so you really get that one-on-one. You get people who care about you. And... oh, no, I didn't think this through.
That's okay. That's perfect right there. And I think I can add on to that. You do get people who care about you here. Like I have people who have really helped me in pivotal moments in my life from Pima. Like the instructors here believe in you. And so when you find that program that you're meant to take class in and it just like clicks, those people are going to help you. Like I promise you, they're going to help you.
And they will remember you.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes. I totally agree. I thank you so much for jumping in here and sharing this. I know you like to be behind the scenes.
You make it a lot easier in here.
Aw, thank you. I try. But it's been so great because I see you all the time, obviously. Yes. I've seen you at events and things like that. It's like, hey, but I don't always get to hear your backstory and your origin story. Your origin story.
There you go.
I like that.
There you go.
Your origin story of being the voice of God.
Because they can hear me in the microphone.
She's in my ears.
Yeah.
And she sounds like she's coming from above.
Yes.
So it's been so great. And then you have such a personable, relatable story. So I hope someone else can hear and be like, that makes a lot of sense.
I hope so too.
Maybe someone else can connect. And who knows? Maybe someone else is really interested in film. They're going to reach out to you and be like, let me know more. And then you can direct them to the right path. And then they can have an exceptional journey just like you.
That's the dream, right?
Well, thank you again, Dana. It's been lovely. I enjoyed our conversation today.
Me too.
So it's been great seeing you here and not just over there.
Yes. Thanks, Savannah.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to today's episode. And I'll see you all next time. So until then, thank you.